Man, at this point, I wonder if we can go a Zelda game where the Master Sword is not going through it. Hey everyone, it's HMK once again, and here we're going to talk about the new Master Sword that is part of the logo of Tears of the Kingdom. As we've theorized for a while now, and then finally got the confirmation earlier this year, the Master Sword has been split clean in half, more than likely by the furious force of Ganondorf's awakened malice. But with the latest trailer, logo, and reveal of Tears of the Kingdom, it spells the promise of a new Master Sword. And considering hints from the original Breath of the Wild, trailers from Tears of the Kingdom, and even past Zelda games, I feel that resurrecting this blade in a new way can lead to some massive refreshing gameplay elements. I mean, it isn't the first time the Master Sword got some upgrades, but let's talk a little bit about how it got destroyed. Ever since the first trailer for Tears of the Kingdom, we always got the idea that Link was going to get a new power that was absorbed into his arm. It was after the second trailer we finally got the reveal that Link's arm would indeed be replaced by this green arm we saw in the first trailer due to it being swallowed and damaged by the malice. And if you look within this shot, you can see that Link is actually holding the Master Sword while this is happening. It was so bad that Link needed a new arm and the Master Sword was devoured, broken, melted clean in half. And while we panicked for a couple of months on the fate of the sword that seals the darkness, thanks to the logo of Tears of the Kingdom, we have the idea that it's going to be rebuilt anew with a different design, with a blueprint not unlike that of the Zonai or the Twilight. And something to note is that this design is not symmetrical like we're used to when it comes to the Master Sword. Restoring the blade definitely seems like one of the bigger important story elements of this game. And the way it's going to be done is more than likely corresponding with these mysterious entities of light. However the situation may be, I feel that this new Master Sword is going to be using abilities possibly relating to that of concept art that we've seen before from Breath of the Wild, specifically the concept art in which Link has a mechanical arm. It's definitely based on Guardian technology, and this arm is able to transform and take on different forms, in which we can see these states take on things like a grappling hook, a hammer, a bow and arrow, and a beetle, kind of like from Skyward Sword. So going off this idea, I feel that we're going to be forging the Master Sword little by little as we go on hunting these mysterious essences of light that may give it more forms and abilities akin to that of the arm that we see in the trailer and the Sheikah Slate from the original Breath of the Wild. And funny enough, within one of these concept arts, Link's sword that he's holding is actually broken clean in half. But when talking about what the Master Sword can become when being reforged, this greenish blueprint, or I should say green print, is supposed to harken the identity of possibly the Zonai, which is front and center within that of Tears of the Kingdom. I mean, just look at that logo. But for me, I'm thinking a different direction when it comes to what the Master Sword can already have within its essence to reawaken and rebuild itself. That's right, the power of souls from Twilight Princess. I mean, when you look at the iconography from Twilight and the souls themselves, you can definitely see a big resemblance. And if Link is going up into the sky to look for these mysterious light orbs to react to that of the Master Sword, this can be an effort to revitalize the power of the souls that are within the Master Sword, as souls are described as being the equivalent of the light world's sun. And the fact that we're going up into the sky, that's right, we're gonna have to get the power pack taste of Sunny D into the blade, repowering and empowering the Master Sword's ability to once again have the power of soul, the power of the sun, the power of light within its blade is more than likely going to be key in trying to take out Ganondorf this time around. Especially given when you consider that the awakening of the Master Sword's true form in the face of malice definitely could have originated from the Master Sword lighting up within the shadows against the darkness in Twilight Princess. And that's the power of the souls. So when you combine this new perspective sword design being held by the hand that Link now has that was sealing Ganondorf originally, I definitely feel that will be a potent mix in order to eliminate Ganondorf once and for all, and maybe, just maybe, like everyone's saying, break the cycle. But thinking about it now, if completely revitalizing the Master Sword is optional, kind of like how gaining the Master Sword is optional in the original Breath of the Wild, that endgame could definitely be something for a true ending for Tears of the Kingdom, in which finally all the components are there to do away with Demise's curse once and for all. And if the blade can take different forms, like that of a hammer, like that of a spear, maybe a whip, then not only is defeating the final boss going to be one of the most fun experiences in Zelda, then approaching the world with this sword will be very much like rebuilding the new Master Sword, seeing it all in a brand new light. But let me know what you think about this possible design of a new Master Sword, and where do you think a weapon like this can take us in terms of new heights and new directions for the Zelda series. It's very symbolic if you ask me. Leave a comment in the comment section below and be sure to like, share, and most importantly subscribe to HMK for more Zelda videos every week. Big thanks to my Patreon supporters for helping making this video happen. If you want to find out how you can support HMK for just $1 a month, check out my info in the description box below and pick up some merch over at my shop at Fourth Wall. Alright guys, until the next video, this has been HMK and I'll check you guys later.